Got it. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
You're quite the dirty little dwarf, aren't you?
You're quite the dirty little mage.
I do my best. Still, I'm no ale-swilling mountain of belches like you.
And I'm no winking, slack-jawed coward like you.
True, we should form a club.
Commander, just give me a moment.
Right you are, Warden. We'll get these walls rebuilt for you. Ho!
I'll get on it.
Ah, it's the Warden Commander! The rumors about you did not overstate it. I have a business proposal. Look for me by the house near the gates. I promise it will be worthwhile.
When the city runs out of supplies, we are all doomed. This is nice.
That looks fine indeed.
Oh, I've always wanted one of these. Is this what I think it is? It is. That's the Howe crest burned into the wood right there. This is my grandfather's bow. Or rather, my grandfather was the last to use it. It was originally made for an ancestor during the Exalted Marches. Well, my father hid it away, I guess. I'm surprised he didn't simply have it destroyed. I remember finding it before Father sent me to the Free Marches. A shame for it to sit in storage. Thank you. It's good to have a part of my family's legacy again. Something to be proud of.
Oh, look at the cute little kitty. There was a mouser in the tower named Mr. Wiggums. Only company I had when the Templars locked me up. Miss that beast a lot sometimes. But I can't keep a cat. We fight Darkspawn for a living. I suppose. Well, I'll keep him just for a while, until I find somewhere safer. Is that okay with you, kitty? I'll call you Sir Pounce-a-lot. You can stay in my pack. Just for a little while, yes?
Okay, I have to do a little story on that. So when I first played this, I had a whole conversation with Stacy about it. This is way, way long ago. I always said if I ever had a cat, an orange tabby, just like that one I picked up, I would name him Sir Pounce-a-lot. And I did. And I did. I actually adopted a cat named Samson, and I called him Sir Samson the Pounce-a-lot. So a little history. This is where Pounce's name comes from. It's that moment. I always get a kick out of it every time I see it. But it actually happened. A dream came true.
So, you're a How.
Do you have a point, Mage?
Hey, I'm fond of the Hows. I'm also fond of the whys, the whos, and the whats.
How clever.
It's shameful how long it took me to come up with that.
Don't touch me! Don't!
Ah, Warden Commander. I knew you'd come. You know an opportunity when it presents itself, no? I offer a partnership that would benefit us both. The bartender at a local inn has overstepped his bounds. He was hired to watch one of the entrances to our den, but now seeks to extort more coin. Terrible, isn't it? A person of your influence would have no trouble convincing him to open the passage. Return to me when this is done.
Right, we're in the city. Where's the tavern?
Please let me into the city. Please, sir.
The Darkspawn was supposed to go away when the Archdemon died. In Amaranthine, it's worse than before.
It's the constable's orders. There's no place for you in the city.
My pardon, sir. I was paid a whole sovereign to give this letter to you. I told him, I did. There are easier ways of getting a message to the Commander of the Grey. Some visiting knight didn't catch his face. Full helmet, you know. He said he was Sir Wolf of Rivane. Ah, the Dark Wolf's nothing but a rumour. Mind you, he was acting suspicious. No, sir. Again, my pardon.
Well, they don't look infected. And he has children.
Look, we let some in, we'll have the rest scratching at our eyes. No exceptions.
Make us spit on you, you heartless bastard!
I hate waiting, not knowing what will happen.
Busy, go away.
Looking for some company, honey pie? I'm always available for riveting conversations with fine women. I like a woman who's all business. I can't take all the credit for finding the rift, you know. Mika here fell in first. Well, it's quite a ways out of town. We were tracking a buck off in that direction, you see, before this Darkspawn mess. We'd been on his tail for about a week at that point. I'd wager he thought it was great fun leading us on a merry chase as he did. That buck was a sly one, he was. He had big feet and a... Oh, the chasm, yes. We saw it coming over a rise. It was really something to behold. A huge cleft, as though the Maker himself had cracked the earth in two, like an egg.
I like eggs.
It looked like someone had tried to build over it, but it must have been abandoned a long time ago. No one in town knew about it. People, I suppose. Maybe even the Darkspawn. Well, of course, we had to investigate. That was when Mika fell in. A shriek like you wouldn't believe, and he was gone.
Earth crumbled, not stable.
Right. And as Mika lay there yelling about his knee or his head or what have you, the Darkspawn appeared. We got lucky. They seemed occupied, like they had someplace really important they had to be. Didn't notice us at all, thank the Maker.
The Darkspawn was so occupied as to overlook two screaming injured men. Boggles the mind.
I marked the chasm on my map so we could avoid it, but sounds like you want to know where it is, so here you go. So, we getting anything for our trouble? A whole sovereign. If there's ever a reason to fall into a Darkspawn pit, here it is. Maker bless you.
If the smugglers keep driving up the price of supplies.
Those smugglers are bastards for taking advantage of the chaos.
Excuse me, but I need to search your packs for smuggled goods. But I have to. Constable's orders. We've been having trouble with smugglers and...
What are you doing, man? Are you accusing the commander of the Grey of smuggling?
But you said everyone...
You are dismissed. I apologize. Smugglers and thieves have all but taken over the city. We could certainly use your help in this. Come speak to me later if you're interested. Ah, Warden Commander. I take it you've decided to help us. With trade slowed to a crawl, smugglers have moved in, selling stolen goods at exorbitant prices. If we could shut down their operation and seize their supplies, we could distribute it to the needy. There is a smuggler doing business in the market. He probably knows where the hideout is. We haven't been able to get anything from him, but maybe you can.
You're going beyond the call of duty, Warden Commander. We're grateful. You're going beyond the call of duty, Warden Commander.
How's your wife?
Why don't the guards do anything about these smugglers?
So, you think there's an apothecary around here somewhere? You could say that. I've tried those, but they only stop the itching for a few hours. Right. Look, for the past few days I've had this burning rash. The skin's actually got a sort of greenish look to it. I didn't touch anything. You know, I bet it's that Grey Warden stuff we had to drink. I'm special. Yeah, I'll just see if I can't find some nice minty balm somewhere in this town.
And the Maker wept for his beloved, and turned once again from all creation.
I'll get on it.
Dude, wind's here.
Well, if it isn't the Warden Commander, how have you been? I suppose congratulations are in order. And you. I hear the Darkspawn are not retreating as they should. It sounds like the Wardens have their hands full. I'd offer to help, but I'm afraid my presence is required elsewhere. And by then you will no doubt have had this mess sorted out. But we shall see. The College of the Magi is convening in Cumberland, and I must attend. Hopefully, all this will blow over before it's begun. But you have enough on your mind as it is. I shan't trouble you with this further. Very well. Then perhaps you should know that something stirs within the fraternities. The Libertarians wish to pull away entirely from the Chantry. And if they get enough support...
Pull away entirely? That's madness. I hate Chantry oversight as much as the next mage, but they can't just decide to leave. This is a recipe for disaster.
Well, it could turn out to be nothing, but keep your ear to the ground anyway. Now, I have a great many preparations to make before I leave for Navarra, but perhaps there is something you can do for me. One of my colleagues, Ines, has spent the last few months in the Wending Wood. The Circle has been unable to reach her, given the trouble in the area. If you happen to find yourself in the wood on your travels, perhaps you could tell her about the meeting of the college. Oh, who knows, rooting around in the dirt for some obscure plant or other, most likely. She has a keen interest in gardening. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant botany. Hobbies and eccentricities aside, Ines is a well-respected mage and a voice of reason, something we could use on our side. But I can't waste any more time. Good luck to you, Warden Commander.
With trade halted, I can't get my silks from Denerim. It's just awful.
The guards. They won't let anyone into the city, but it's dangerous outside the walls. The
Darkspawn was supposed to go away when the Archdemon died. In Amaranthine, it's worse than before.
May I help you? I am fortunate indeed that the Commander of the Grey has taken a personal interest in this matter. I'm sorry our note was vague, but Amaranthine is a hotbed of Maleficar activity. Details of who and what they were about would undoubtedly get back to them. I've only newly taken my vows. The more senior Templars have returned to Denerim for more men. They suggested I find someone more skilled, like you, who could apprehend the Maleficarum. Apostates and Maleficarum are all too common across the nation, alas. I have worked with an artist to create these sketches of the three suspects. If you could confront them and question them, you would be doing the Maker's work. I will pray for you, Commander.
I'll get on it.
The sins of man brought the blight to us. And now this. The sins of you. We must follow the example of Andraste and reflect upon the chant of light. Your friends and neighbors would do well to heed this lesson and join us in prayer.
It's not like Karam to be gone this long. I was sure I would find him at the inn.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? Got it.
Remember that you are an example to your lessers. Listen to the chant of light every week. You're going beyond the call of duty, Warden Commander. We're grateful.
I'm gonna book passage on a ship to Orlais.
Where'd you get the money? The Warden's taking over Vigil's Keep is bad news.
My brother used to drink like you do, dwarf.
Fun fellow to have around then, your brother.
He could find his fun almost anywhere. And then he would vomit on your shoes.
Ah, good times.
Oi, about time you showed up.
Nemea, you're still here.
I keep my promises. Here, turns out you were right. The cache is here in Amaranthine.
It is? You found it?
I did. What you do with that information is up to you. I, for one, am done dealing with mages. Word of advice. Don't let him sweet-talk you. He's very good at that.
I guess I should thank you.
Damned right you should. You get caught, Anders, I'm not helping you again. That's all I'm saying.
I suppose that requires some explanation. Do I detect a note of jealousy? Nemea is a friend. Last time I escaped from the tower, I asked her to look into some things. That's why I was in Amaranthine. The Templars thought I'd come to take a ship, but it was to meet her. During the Blight, the Templars moved their store of phylacteries to Amaranthine for safety. My phylactery is among them, Nemea learned. So long as the Templars have that sample of my blood, they can find me. I need to destroy it. What's to stop the Chantry from deciding mages and the Grey Wardens are apostates too? I want to be sure they can't ever find me again. Ever. Why? Because I'll become a Maleficar? Because apostates are so dangerous? It's all hysteria that Chantry uses to keep magic under its thumb. I want out. So it's one set of chains exchanged for another. I shouldn't expect more by now. Have it your way. What is that smell?
If anyone can get rid of the smugglers, it's the Grey Wardens.
You're going beyond the call of duty, Warden
That's
Commander.
a strange place to store a pitchfork.
If anyone can get rid of the smugglers, it's the Grey Wardens.
You're going beyond the call of duty, Warden Commander.
Lizard eyes? Perhaps a heart? Yes, heart's blood. Perhaps a heart? Yes, heart's blood.
Whoa, what? Go away!
A little backstabbing never hurt anyone.
If anyone can get rid of the smugglers, it's the Grey
Now's better than later.
Wardens.
Please let me into the city. Please, sir.
Warden Commander! Thank the Maker you're finally here. I was afraid our messages never got through to you. Yes, to put it lightly. Our caravans are being attacked. The wagons are burnt to ashes, and there have been no survivors. It's gotten worse lately. People from the neighbouring villages have found guards torn limb from limb and left in the village square. I don't know. How would I know the minds of these monsters, whoever or whatever they are? Whatever it is, it's completely crippled trade between Amaranthine and Denerim. No one wants to travel the road through the Wending Wood. Can the Grey Wardens help at all? Others start making excuses when they hear how brutal the killings have been. The Grey Wardens are our last hope. Oh, Maker, bless you and watch over you. If you can stop the killings, the Merchants Guild will make a hefty donation to your organization. You have my promise.
I'm all that's left of my family. My wife, my son.
What's up, Mick? What are you saying? Whoa. Yeah. That's where I got Ponce's name. Was from this game. Was specifically Awakening. It's a cat called Sir Ponce. I'm quiet. You're quiet. I don't know why I would be so quiet. I'm literally eating the mic. Mega is asking again, what did you did what? There is a cat in here that's called Sir Pouncelot. And I said, if one day I ever adopted an orange tabby, I would name him Sir Pouncelot. More quiet than before. Well, that's odd. Maybe the gain is just lower. I did lower it a little bit, so I don't have to hear myself a million times. But I might have to just keep it higher. Well, you gotta find out.
Does this make you my familiar, Sir Pouncelot? What do you think?
See. I think Anders gets something.
Delilah?
Yes, everything
Is that really you?
Nathaniel, I had feared the worst.
Times must have been hard, Delilah. But you can do better than this. Come back to the estate until we find somewhere else.
What? Oh, Nathaniel, I didn't marry Albert out of desperation. I adore him. I was so glad to get away from Father's evil. This life is so much better.
Father's evil? Isn't that overstating things a little? He got caught up in politics.
You weren't here. You didn't see what he did, Nathaniel. You want the culprit who destroyed our family? It was him, without question.
I had no idea.
Of course you did. But you always worshipped Father, right from when you were a little boy. Come, brother, let us sit and catch up a bit, shall we?
She said she wants me to come back, once all this is done. Meet her husband. She's due by the spring. She seems happy. She said Father deserved to die. I still can't believe it. I thought he had his reasons. It was a war for Andraste's sake. Before I went to the Free Marches, he was never... How could he have changed so much? What if I'd never left? I didn't have much choice, but still. I wish I'd known some of this sooner. I feel like such a fool. Now please, let's get back to our business. I need to think.
And there it goes. Do it all over again.
If anyone can get rid of the smugglers, it...
Oh, good. At least it's better now. Yeah, it has to be a memory thing. Apparently, Meg, there is a way to fix it. There's a patch. You did an F5, I know. There's a patch that someone did. Some are even saying just go back before the patch, which I believe
It's
God
the
can
Grey
do,
Wardens.
maybe.
If anyone can get rid of the smugglers, it's the Grey Wardens.
I could have sworn I saved after that dude. But what does Meg know? Just kidding. Well, if I get into a fight, it's gonna be loud.
Warden Commander! Thank the Maker you're finally here. I was afraid our messages never got through to you. Yes, to put it lightly, our caravans are being attacked. The wagons are burnt to ashes, and there have been no survivors. It's gotten worse lately. People from the neighbouring villages have found guards torn limb from limb and left in the village square. Oh, Maker, bless you and watch over you. If you can stop the killings, the Merchants Guild will make a hefty donation to your organisation. You have my promise.